everybody, and welcome back to the B-Roll Podcast. I'm Tommy Stanton, co-founder of WABC Studios.
And I'm Dutch from DK Films.
And I'm Blake from WABC Studios as well.
5 episodes in. How are we feeling, everybody?
I'm feeling great. I'm ready to do it for 500 more.
Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
Okay. 500 weeks. Yeah.
Yes.
That's like 10 years, I think. If we did once a week for 500 weeks. Dang.
We could do that. 10 years. That's not that bad.
For real. Oh my god, I'm gonna be Unk status, being like, this new modern day movie is
Or the opposite, like average dad taste. You're going to be like sucking the dick of a Marvel movie and say it's like the greatest thing that's ever came out. It'd be like Spider-Man 85.
Yeah, dude.
Spider-Man 85.
Alright, well, today we've got Dutch's recommendation of Autumn Sonata, directed by Ingmar Bergman. So, Dutch, take it away from here.
All right. So first I'll go over a little plot synopsis. After a 7-year absence, Charlotte Andergast travels to Sweden to reunite with her daughter, Ava. The pair have a troubled relationship. Charlotte sacrificed the responsibilities of motherhood for a career as a classical pianist. Over an emotional night, the pair reopen the wounds of the past. Charlotte gets another shock when she finds out that her mentally impaired daughter, Helena, is out of asylum and living with Ava. And big spoiler warnings for this film. This film is I think the most highly rated we've done yet. It's at a 4.5 on Letterboxd, so extremely well regarded. It's in my top 10. I absolutely adore it. I think it's fantastic. I've got so many notes. A lot of the notes are just like scenes and things I liked about the film. It's just like, I like this scene. I like this moment. So I'm going to read some of my notes and then allow conversation to start, because I could go on about every single scene and every single aspect I love about this film for literally ever. So I'm going to read some of my notes. So to start, like I said, I love this film. And I think the thing that really characterizes my love for this film, the biggest thing that stands out, is the acting. Ingrid Bergman, star of Casablanca, which is a classic. I know, Blake, you've seen Casablanca, right?
I love Casablanca.
Yeah. So you've seen her before. She's amazing. Liv Ullmann, she's amazing. She's a Bergman regular. They are incredible in this. Just incredible. In particular, they're masters of subtle facial expressions. The things they do with their faces are insane. I think that an explosive vent scene from Liv Ullmann, who's the daughter, and I just call them by their names because that's what I know them as, but from the daughter character, Liv Ullmann, that scene in particular is a feat. That is an insane moment of acting, but we can get more into that scene later on. I think this movie is extremely gripping and immersive. I think the pacing's incredible. I love it. It establishes an atmosphere. It establishes tension. I think it's great. And the film is so short that you don't get bored for 1 second, in my opinion. I fucking love the piano scene. That scene, we're going to get to that. I'll get more into why I love that later, but I fucking love that scene. Like I said, a lot of my notes are just scenes I adore. There's so many great moments in this film. Like, I love the scene where Liv Ullmann, the daughter, she spills her guts out about her son, and Ingrid Bergman, her mom, is so emotionally unavailable. She's just like, so, want to go for a walk? It's so fucking funny. It's a perfect encapsulation of their dynamic. I feel like this entire film is a really long fuse on the dynamite. And more shit just builds up until it all explodes in that climactic vent scene. And that scene makes me cry every time. It's just fucking insane. I have a note where a lot of people could criticize the fact that Ingrid Bergman, the older lady, monologues to herself throughout this a lot. But I love that because it's one of those things that is very character reinforcing. She loves the sound of her own voice. She is very narcissistic. She loves just to hear herself talk. And I think that's amazing. I think every bit of dialogue in this movie is incredible. It's fucking spine tingling. It is one of the best screenplays ever. It's insane. I think another example of how good this screenplay is that at the very end of the movie, uh, Ingrid Bergman, when she's trying to make up to her daughter, like how can I get better? What can I do? She calls her daughter darling. And that's such a great moment of writing because the night before, during the big explosive sparring scene, Liv Ullman's like, I hate when you're upset. When you're upset, you call me darling. Like it's always fake. So it shows that she's never going to learn. Ingrid Bergman's character is never going to learn. She does not listen to her daughter. She's not emotionally available. And it reinforces something through showing that was told earlier. It's really really amazing. There's so many incredible lines in this movie. Specifically the line a mother and a daughter. What a terrible combination of feelings and confusion and destruction. Just a fucking monstrously good screenplay along with so many other things. The cinematography in this film and the colors are amazing. I don't know how they looked on what you guys watched, but on the 4K, like the reds and the yellows and the browns, those fall colors stick out. And honestly, like one of the biggest things I want to talk about when we get into it is that climactic blow up from Liv Ullman, where she unleashes everything on her mom. I can never stop thinking about that scene. That scene is so fucking intense, fantastically acted. Only mirrored in acting by the very end, where Ingrid Bergman, when she's getting lectured, is crying and her face is as pale as a ghost and her makeup is running down her face and she just looks like a corpse. I mean, this is a fantastic film. Those two ladies are fucking powerhouses. They are brilliant. And I really love every aspect of this film. The screenplay is monstrous. The dialogue is amazing. The cinematography is gorgeous. The acting is some of the best ever. It's extremely emotional. It's one of the few films that can actually make me cry. It's fucking incredible. I love it. And there's so much more I can talk about. And I'm so scatterbrained with this film because there is so much that I love. But I guess I will save some of my thoughts. And first, I will ask, what did you guys think of Autumn Sonata?
All right, you want me to take it from here, Blake, or do you?
Yeah, yeah, you better take it, all right.
All right, all right, all right, all right. I want to say through the first watch, I definitely shed some tears, and I want to say that I watched it twice. I watched it this
Really?
afternoon, and I watched it at the start of last week. But this was one of the most raw, emotional movies that I've ever seen. The story was awesome. The screenplay was just everything was so formulated. Um, the acting performances were spot on. I really loved everything. Through this, the zoom into their faces, definitely a highlight. Just like their raw emotion face. Obviously the pacing was slow, but it was not boring at all. I was fully invested in it throughout the entire watch. Like even I'm not a giant slow I'm not into slow cinema, but I also am not super familiar with cinema. But if that was what slow cinema was, then I'm fully locked in and invested because I was fully invested the entire time, and that 90 minutes felt like 25 minutes. Like that was when it was over, I literally looked at the thing and I was like, that was 90 minutes. Like that did not feel like that was really it just I was it felt like I was sitting in a chair watching. Like it felt so real. Everything like real family issues. I literally just felt like I was a spectator in their life. There wasn't one point at this film where I was like, "Oh, this is just a film." I felt like I was there watching a real family. This has the greatest like emotional scene that I've ever seen. The realistic explosion of this person that has to deal with the mom and the kid and his her son, and it just all explodes, and it was so realistic, and she had such a long fuse, and she was so nice, and she tried, and she just felt so backed into a corner, and it was just an amazing, just the blow up scene. Like I literally rewatched it just so I can get to that part again. That was something that I'll think about forever. It was a masterpiece of a scene. It was so perfect. Everything when it like from the dark rooms to whenever she would move around or look at her and the close-ups. The cinematography in that scene was absolutely perfect. Throughout the entire movie, the cinematography was great. But that scene in particular, I was so like it just I don't even know. I was just it made me think about my own relationships and it made me think about my own problems. Like I could see myself in the daughter character and the stubbornness of the mother. I am so thankful that this movie did not go with the everything is solved mantra. It's just the immediate like when you said the darling. Whenever she said that, I knew. Like I just knew it wasn't gonna be like she was not going to be fixed. And this isn't really things that can be fixed. This is just how they are. And I'm really glad they took that direction. And speaking of direction, the direction that this movie takes is just perfect. It settles you in. I thought that this has such a good opening with the narration of the husband and kind of that being the character uh, synopsis, character introduction for the daughter. I thought it was perfect. I really liked. I also I love the coloring of everything. It felt like a nostalgic feel, like you were in like it felt like they used the yellows and the orange to convey like nostalgia and innocence and autumn being such an amazing like but everything fit together in the perfect puzzle. It was great. Um I
Dude,
didn't I didn't really have any issues with it at all. Like it was just one of those things that obviously I don't relate to it a ton. Like I don't have close family that makes me feel that way and like has me feel emotionally like unstable and have to hold it in and hold it in and hold it in. But yeah, it's just it was awesome.
dude, I'm on fucking cloud nine hearing you say all that. I was so ready for you to be like, it was boring. I didn't get it.
No,
I was like so mentally prepared for
the
that.
car ride just for the people at home. Literally yesterday we just took a big trip for Donnie's birthday and we were like we had the long 2 hour car ride home and we I just like we Dutch would talk about how amazing this movie is and I was like I really want to chip in but I want to be able to make I don't want to spoil it for the podcast. So
You were like silent, so I was like, oh shit, he's gonna rip
no,
me a new one.
I was like I yeah I literally watched it twice and I will probably watch it a third
That's
time
fucking
before.
hype. I fucking I love it. I think your critiques are all like or like your opinions and everything are all spot on. Like I agree with you so much. And I agree so much like with the this should not end happy ending. And I
Mm-hmm.
love that it's even reinforced in the last scene, like the main
Mm-hmm.
dynamic. Like Ingrid Bergman, the older lady, she gets off onto that train and she thinks about family for 1 second and the only
Mm-hmm.
thing she thinks about is like wishing death upon like her disabled daughter.
Yeah.
And other than that, she just talks about business, business,
Mm-hmm.
business, business, business. This is what I'm going to
Yep.
be doing business wise. Meanwhile, her daughter in like the mirror shot basically is like thinking about how depressing her family life is and thinking about her mother's feelings and thinking about her feelings, and she immediately wants to like rebuild that relationship. Like even at the very end, that dynamic is being reestablished and being
Mm-hmm.
reinforced. It's so good. A
Mm-hmm.
screenplay. It's so good and it's so emotional and amazing. I love it.
I just
So Blake?
sorry. I need to bring up one thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The colors of like I know we've already said it twice, but like look, there was like 3 or 4 points in my second watch through that I was like, oh my god, like the yellows, the oranges, like the browns, like everything looked good, and then the explosion scene, dark gray. The there was the half highlight on the face from moonlight coming through the window. Oh
It's so fucking good. And we didn't even talk about the piano scene yet, which I fucking
yeah.
adore.
Oh
But
my. Yeah.
Oh.
we'll let Blake get
Sorry.
his opinion
Sorry.
out, and
Get
then
your opinion now.
Well, it's actually really convenient. The first thing I was gonna talk about was the piano scene,
fire.
so that's great. I guess I'll just say a few things before I get to that. Going into this movie, I wasn't too hyped. Now, it's not like I don't have a problem with slow cinema at all. Like I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it, but it doesn't bother me at all when I watch it. I will say, but this did not feel slow. Dutch said it was a slow movie at first, and it just fucking right, just like that. I, it just felt like I blinked and the movie was over. Right, that's how intriguing it is, and I just I was very impressed by like how just the mother daughter conflict was just crazy. If there's one thing I love, it's when like a movie makes me nervous. And if there's one thing this movie did, it was create so much tension. Uh like the close-ups, that really heightened the tension for me. And I was getting nervous cuz I thought any scene the daughter was going to go ape shit on the mom and it was just going to go nuts. But I did notice the start of the tension happening was at that piano scene in near the beginning. Like when the daughter's playing, right? She obviously didn't want to play because she knew her mom would probably get all pissy about it. It was what I interpreted from it. And watching her play and just thinking like in my head, I'm thinking, well, she's probably going like, fuck, if I screw one thing up, she's probably gonna critique me and I'm gonna feel bad
So
about it
right.
for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see the mom like watching it, knowing like every mistake she's making and trying not to just fucking lash out fuck Fletcher style. And just start throwing shit at her, like screaming at her.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that obvious tension and that perfectionism inside of this woman that like, one more wrong note and she's gonna like flip the piano and blow up the building.
Yeah.
I just thought it was so like that was like the first hint of, these guys may not have a great relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And ah fuck. Um God damn it. Hold on. I had
We're gonna kill you now.
okay,
You
it's
messed up one time. We're killing you.
I did miss. Okay. Here's another thing I liked. I really liked how it looked visually. I love the like the warm atmosphere. Like the interiors kind of match the tension between the characters, but it's not anything flashy because it doesn't need to be, which I really appreciated. And one thing I really did notice while watching this kind of reminded me of like theater, right? I don't know if you guys have ever been to any of the things I'm about to describe, but there's like a type of theater where it's just like an open stage and it circles completely around, kind of like a stadium. It's slower, and then you watch like two actors just do a whole scene. That whole movie could be one of those like theaters, and I would go see it every time. Right? It really felt like I was in the theater or in like a musical watching one of these heartfelt performances, and they're just living the characters, they're living in the moment, and I thought it was just really amazing. Uh, I just thought it was great. That's all I'll say.
That's awesome, and that's really interesting that you mentioned that because Bergman had a background in theater. Like that was pretty much like his originator when it comes to that world. That's so cool. Your interpretation of the piano scene, I agree so much. Like you could tell that Liv Ullmann, she wants to impress her mother, and she feels insecure immediately in the presence of her mother. And her
Mm-hmm.
husband is even like, "But you wanted to play, like you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
play so bad for her." But when push comes to shove, she's so worried, and she wants to make her mom proud so bad that she just can't bring herself to do it. And I think it's so interesting in that scene. It's another like reinforcement of like that pseudo fake niceness her mom has, like
Mm-hmm.
but you can tell she's judging her, and it's such an intense amazing scene that does so much with almost no dialogue, and
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It's so good. Like a modern movie could not get away with that 10-minute long piano scene. And honestly, I'm really happy to hear from Blake. He didn't think this is slow. because that means like you guys like slow cinema more than you think. Here's an example. Tabby and I sat down to watch this. She fell asleep in like 15 minutes. She was out.
Wow.
Yeah. She did the same thing with Stalker. So I think this is really good news. I think you guys are going to enjoy a lot of these slower films more than you guys think because this film has a lot of silence, a lot of staring, a lot of talking, and a lot of, well, I'll say a lack of cuts. Very long shots, and I love it. It makes for such an immersive, emotionally powerful, insane um, movie. In regards to the cinematography, this film is gorgeous, 100%. But Fanny and Alexander, like the 6 hour long one, and also Cries and Whispers, another Bergman film, those films are, I would argue, even better looking. Like Bergman is incredible behind a camera.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there's so much with this film. That emotional climax scene, like I remember the first time I watched that, like I wasn't just crying because of what she was saying, but just the intensity behind that performance.
Mhm.
Just her face like glowing red. And it's like, holy shit. Like, I was just so blown away by that performance. And it's a combination of having a master director, Igmar Bergman, a master. He's your director's favorite director, and a master actress, and their chemistry. I figure this is a good time to bring it up. Liv Ullmann and Igmar Bergman were married for a short time, and they got married all the way back after they did a film called Persona in the 50s. So their chemistry, even after they got divorced, she kept on working with them. It really shows because she's fucking insane. And next to that other amazing performance, to the legendary Ingrid Bergman, it's just it's stunning. Those two together. And the thing that makes this impressive is, I mean, take an Iron Lung type film. You have one character in one space the whole time. And think about how much slower that feels and how much less interesting that feels. Not to shit on that film, but it's
Mhm.
just true for me. How much
Mhm.
less interesting that film feels when this is just two people in one house and they don't leave the house the entire time, and it is just insanely entertaining for me and insanely good. Every aspect of this is good. It's honestly like it's hard to even talk about. I just love every aspect of it. There's nothing I can really shit on. Something else I want to drop on you guys is that Ingrid Bergman, the older lady, she was diagnosed with cancer like a week before this started filming. And I think that's like kind of an interesting and sad backdrop because like she really, really gives it her all in this, you know,
Mhm.
like she, even when she was sick with a horrible disease, she was just a monster in this film, just fucking incredible in this film. So, yeah, you guys have any other comments about anything I said? I love everything about it.
I can't. I can't believe she did all that with cancer. That's kind of
Yeah.
insane. That's
And
insane. Um, Another beautiful shot was when the daughter was staring at the gravestone of his son. Just like
oh, that's so
the
good.
blue backdrop in the back combined with like the nature feel and the just the harsh gray stone and just her staring at it. That one was also got a tear out of me.
Me too, man. And just
Yeah.
walking up to her house, that shot, her house, I think, is like
Hmm.
red or something like that. And you have like all these colors like blending together as she's just walking there. And you have like this kind of far shot and this crazy monologue. And like how beautiful that is contrasted to her mom, who's like laughing and cackling in her carriage after this interaction
Hmm.
because she's so emotionally distant that she can't even reflect upon what just happened.
And the red dress for the tension.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's just everything makes so much sense. Everything's so calculated.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, Bergman is he's just fucking insane. He is such a good director. It's like I said, it's almost hard to talk about a kind of film like this because it's so undeniably good. It's like it's easier to rip something apart that you don't like, but it's just like,
yeah.
god damn, this film's so fucking good. It's
It
so gripping.
Yeah.
Dude, her face changed the second that the daughter told her how the I forgot what her name is. The disabled sister, whatever.
All right.
I think it's
To
Helena.
play Helena or
Helena.
Helena. Yeah.
Yeah. I just opened the letterbox one, but
Yeah, me too.
I that literally like her face changed immediately, and you could kind of see that everything she was doing up to that point was completely fake. Like that is not
Yeah.
who she is. Like she was trying to put on a character after her husband died or whatever.
Yeah.
Christopher. I don't know. I think they were husband. I don't remember.
They were. She called him her quote friend, but it was
Yeah.
heavily implied they were a romantic couple, like
Yeah.
boyfriend and girlfriend at least.
Mhm.
They
And
didn't say this out loud, but I imagine they didn't marry just because she didn't want to like
mhm.
surrender fucking money from a or anything
Yeah.
like that, or
Yeah.
have any legal issues like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
That'd be like such an in character thing for her to do.
Mhm.
Mm.
But I think I've said pretty much everything that I could say.
Yeah, man. Blake, you got anything else?
No.
Damn, that was a short conversation.
I know.
I recommend. It's just like it's good. All right. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking great. Every moment of it is great,
Mhm.
and I'm so glad you guys didn't fall into the it's boring camp, because that's so common with these types of films.
Mhm.
Did either of you have issues with the subtitles at all?
No, I
Nope.
literally about 5 minutes in because this is like pretty much my first full foreign film, so I expected it to be an issue. But there was only about 2 times where I like the text popped up too fast and I had to pause. But
I always watch movies with subtitles, even if they're in English. I don't know why. I just do.
Cool. I get
So
that.
this did not have any problem with it.
I've never done. This was my first subtitled film, pretty much.
Yeah, I watch so many subtitles films, including Stalker, which is fucking 3 hours long, that I don't even notice it's a subtitles film. Like genuinely, like I can't tell if the film's in English or not if I don't think about it that hard. I
Mhm.
just start watching. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm reading subtitles, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, this film's incredible. There are so many other Bergman films to recommend. He's my second favorite director. I I'm glad you guys like David Lynch, but I'm even happier you guys like Ingmar Bergman because I thought there was like a 70% chance one of you was just going to be like, "This is boring. I don't get it. Like,
Mhm.
what's the point of this?" But it's just undeniable. Every aspect of it is amazing. Bergman's a master director, and guess what? I think Tarkovsky's better. But
Mhm.
an interesting element, I guess, before we move on, is that Andrei Tarkovsky, my favorite director, and Ingmar Bergman, said it before, they admired each other very much. And some of the actors you see in this actually appear in a Tarkovsky film, his last film. Um, so it's very very interesting when I'll eventually recommend that film. Once you see enough Bergmans and enough Tarkovskys, we'll get to basically the Bergman Tarkovsky fusion, where Tarkovsky even uses Bergman's cinematographer. Um, so if that's it, I'm ready to give this bitch some ratings.
All
All right,
right.
let's do it.
All right, let's go first.
I got this. I can do this. Okay, so obviously everything I said previously, pacing was not an issue at all. It was slow, but that's what it wanted to be. Greatest raw emotions I've ever seen. Story was amazing. One of the greatest acting performances. All the shots, the colors, everything added up. The piano scene, masterpiece. The explosion scene, masterpiece. Gravestone scene, everything was just. There's so many scenes I could point out. Great introduction, got me fully invested into learning about the daughter character. Some behind the scenes of how I review things. I looked at my letterbox. I'm like 8% of 5 stars. So like 5 stars have to be completely like life changing everything. So I don't give 5 stars out that often at all. And even looking at the letterbox, I feel like I'm about to go back and get rid of some because,
Mm.
but honestly, with this one, I think it's warrants. This is a 5 star. This is a 10 out of 10. This is a masterpiece, and this is going in my top 10.
That's fucking awesome, dude. And you've joined 51,000 other people. This film is fucking great, and everyone on Letterboxd they agree to. So you don't have to worry about, being a normie and giving everything a 5 star. This film's fucking undeniable. I'm so happy that you didn't give it a 2-star, and that I don't have to recommend the ultimate spite wreck out of revenge.
The Emoji Movie.
Uh, Blake, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
So if there's one thing I love, it's tension building. I absolutely love tension building, and I also love the really like how subtle it is in the beginning. That piano scene is probably my favorite scene because it's just the beginning or the first few signs of like who we're dealing with and what's gonna happen. Overall, I think the subtlety, I think the close up shots, the tension, they're all really nice. The story's great. It's really realistic. It could happen to anybody. Uh, Sadly, there's people that deal with that in real life, and this movie probably helps some people cope, and probably helps them because they might find it relatable. So overall, this movie was great, and I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
Dick. That's awesome. I'm glad you both loved it. Yeah, this is in my top 10. I think it's deeply relatable. Even if I don't have a one-to-one relatability, I feel it. It's one of the few films that make me cry every time. Every single technical aspect about this film comes together to be amazing from a master director, from a group of elite actresses. Um, every single element of this comes together to be something that I deeply connect to, that I love, that blows me away every time I see it, and it does it all in 90 minutes. It is a wonderful masterpiece that I will watch hundreds of more times. It's my favorite film from my second favorite director. As I've said before, it's like Bergman's Stalker. It's incredible, and the work that Ingrid Bergman did while sick is so admirable. Mad respect to her. This is a film that is just dripping in detail and care and love and passion. And of course, since it's in my top 10, I give it a perfect 10 out of 10, 5-star rating. It's a masterpiece, undeniably.
One thing, at least did they not have a post credit scene, or just was why I was watching didn't have one, or not a post credit, but just credits?
They had credits.
Okay, I was like, man, because usually I will type my reviews out after I'm done watching it, and it just ended. I was like, what?
It was probably the movie theater that you saw it in, the movie theater that you
Mm-hmm.
saw it in. That
Yeah,
theater probably cut off the credits for some reason.
gotcha.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
You said post credit scene. I'm like, oh my god,
No,
is he waiting for like, the
no.
Marvel logo to
The
show up
Autumn
at the
Sonata
end?
post credit scene. I would have to knock a half star off this film if it had a post credit scene. Like, no, it was perfect.
It's
Why'd
just
you do that?
it's the fact that for me, if they went with just the everything was solved and they all lived happily ever after, I feel like a star and a half would be taken away.
Oh yeah, it'd
Like
be a lot lamer.
yeah, I was literally like, because in my head I was just like, oh, I just kind of assumed because of all the fucking films I watched, but nope. The second she asked, I was like, oh, it's not gonna work, and I really like, I'm like, damn, it didn't work, because I was so invested in the story, but I was like, oh, that makes it way more realistic and way better. So.
I love films that reject cliche, Like I
Mm-hmm.
love films that are completely unpredictable. And this film, like if you walked into the beginning of this, you could not predict the end of it,
Yeah.
because it's just like you don't know what the fuck it's about at all. It's called Autumn Sonata. The cover of it is a little girl next to a piano. It's unreadable, unpredictable. And another thing I wanted to mention, I should have mentioned, is this is a small thing, but I love like the way Bergman and Tarkovsky do their credits. It's just like basically a silent credits scene, but with some pretty colors and all the names. And there's something that's like so immersive about that to me that like sets the pace and like sets the tone of the film. So like that's a small thing for me,
Oh,
but
the opening.
I
Yeah, yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the opening credits. I
I was about
love
to.
when they have that.
I was about to be like, oh, great. I had to go Google it, and I want to see it. But
No, it's just the
yeah,
opening
the
credits.
opening
Like it
credits.
sets
Oh, that
that
was
pace.
awesome. I
Yeah.
really like that. I'm surprised I didn't bring that up.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things that a lot of these slower cinema guys do. They use credits as a way to set pace, which I brought
Mhm.
up that I admire that before, but you guys have never seen an example of that in
Mhm.
practice, and this is a perfect example of that. And it's simple, you know, it's
Mhm.
a simple thing, but it does a lot.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to move on to who hated it then?
I'm good.
All right, I'll start this week.
All right, welcome to Who Hated It, the game we go on Letterboxd and we try to look at the low star reviews and see if we agree or if it's funny. Let's see it. To bring some context, the Letterboxd average for this is a 4.5.
Woo-wee.
So,
All
let's see.
right, well, I'm gonna start. So first, we got an op here who shares some interesting aspects with Blake. So first, I'm just gonna say this person is called 40s, and their favorite film is Grave of the Fireflies, but their second favorite film is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is Blake's
Oh
favorite film.
God.
And this person says half star. Two people discuss their past, and it becomes boring and irritating over time. These movies are a challenge in themselves because it's a test of how long one could watch them. I lasted an hour, but had to fast forward through the last few minutes.
That makes
And
no sense.
I feel
I
like
don't get it.
an hour was the big fight, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
If
Yeah,
he
you
watched the
definitely
good,
had seen it by then.
the good,
So
the
that
bad, and the
just
ugly is 3 hours long, and he can't watch 90 minutes.
That's
that's
what I'm
I
saying.
feel like
It's like an older, slow-paced film.
he's either lying or
Well, one of his
he
other favorite films is Seven Samurai, which is a 1954, almost 3 hour long epic. So I don't. This person seems like they should love Autumn Sonata.
They better get that
I feel like the
fucking
one
movie
hour
on
mark was the
the
big
list,
explosion.
dude.
Yeah, dude. It's
So you
like
fast
I
forward
don't
that, you
get it.
basically lose everything.
This is the fucking number one thing, though. I had to include this review because it's like under Stalker and under like Autumn Sonata and a lot of these like older, slower films. People like reject them offhanded just because boring. Like, oh, you're real unique. I've never heard that one before. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. And this person's unique because they like all these older films and
That's weird.
and they just watched Fanny and Alexander, which is considered like Bergman's magnum opus along with Adam Sonata, and they watched it. They gave it a 3.5 star,
Hmm.
which is a bit insane. So I guess they just don't like Bergman,
Hmm.
but whatever.
All
All
right,
right, one of you?
is it my turn?
Sure.
All right. So I have a review here by Aiden F. He gave it a 3 star, but his review is kind of funny. He said, honey, I shrunk the standards of movie people watch, and he put like if that's what Ingmar Bergman would say, like under this film. He said highly rated. I wouldn't call Autumn Sonata my favorite Bergman by a long shot, and he said he mostly avoided it just due to the pacing and the actors was his main. This is a lot of text. I'm not gonna read it, but it's just a lot of shit that doesn't make sense. Like, would you guys say that you didn't understand any of the characters?
I feel like this person only speaks English and didn't use subtitles because I
Yeah,
feel like these characters are kind of the most understanding characters in any film that
Right.
I've seen.
they're like
Right.
instantly relatable, and like the guy at the very beginning, her husband, is like explains like a little bit of background just in
Yeah,
case.
that's literally the
So
very
it's
start. That's literally the
yeah,
very start.
Yeah.
What are you talking
Probably
about?
just bad movie, no English.
Like literally did not turn subtitles on. You're like, oh she, what the fuck is this? She's just mumbling shit.
Also, I don't get going out of your way not to watch this film for the actors. Like, really, Ingrid Bergman, like one of the greatest actresses of all time, an actual treasure, and Liv Ullmann, who's like been in like every Bergman film and is a fucking monster in every single one of them. Like, what are
Mm.
you talking
Uh,
about? The Rock isn't in this, for God's sakes. These are fucking great actresses, bro.
It's just a cast of grown-ups, like Adam
Yeah.
Sandler.
Directed by Ingmar Bergman, bro.
All right,
I mean,
I've got a half star one. This one's kind of funny. Mommy issues final boss, but unfortunately such a snooze fest. I kept having to pause it to pick at an ingrown toenail, which eventually became far more interesting. I couldn't even finish the movie.
wow, that's shitty. That's so shitty.
I feel like bro could have went with he folded under no pressure. He did not have to bring up the toenail.
Yeah, these are the kind of people that like say these films are boring. I swear to God, bro. Like lowest common denominator, bro. I'm sorry. Holy shit. If one of you would have given this a low score for the boring thing, I was so prepared to rip you guys a new asshole for that. Like I was so ready for that, dude, because I've heard that critique so many times. It's so fucking stupid, bro. So this is a review from Tuca, and I have to bring up their favorite film again. It's a foreign film, Parasite, which is an amazing film. Now to the review, they simply say half star. Their language is so annoying, bro. Your favorite film is a Korean film. Why are you racist against the Swedes? And how can you give it a half star because you think their language is so annoying? Watch it on mute then, bro. You don't even need the fucking sound. What are you
Sign
on about?
language interpreter at the bottom.
It's all subtitles, so you don't even fucking need the audio if you really think Swedish is so annoying
How
to
is
give it a
that?
half star.
Like that's actually like that's such a stupid language to
Okay.
think is annoying. Like I feel like
Yeah. They liked the other film. The other review that I just talked about, the two people discuss their past, blah, blah, blah. They liked that review. That's the only review they liked. Are these people fucking connected?
dude,
What the fuck?
they're a team.
They're that group of monkeys that like make up the entirety of Twitter, and they're just like, quick, say this, so we can make this look worse. It's like the whole giant room in the Superman movie where they have all the monkeys at the computers.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
The letterboxed fucking like bots just rage baiting everybody, bro.
Okay. I guess I'll go. This one is by. I can't even pronounce that, and I feel like it'd be racist if I tried to. But this one just said, "I'm bored of posh people with family issues."
Posh
Ugh.
people.
That's it.
Yeah, like
Just
wealthy
it.
people,
Wow.
pretty
I
much.
know, right? Like, I eat caviar for breakfast every day, and I never have these problems at all.
This is a common critique of Bergman films because he often deals with like affluent or like wealthy people. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like usually I'd be sympathetic to this because I also hate rich people, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
Bergman uses wealthy people for the aesthetics. Like the aesthetics of his films are amazing. He uses these environments to like have true beauty and wonderful looking
Yeah.
sets
Mm-hmm.
and it's utilized for a reason. Like you could have made this film in like a poor person's house. It'd have been exactly the same, except it would have looked worse. The sets would have looked worse. The colors wouldn't have been as interesting.
Yeah.
So I really like that they're shot how they are. Like Fanny and Alexander is the same. It's shot in this like big mansion, this big affluent rich family, but oh my god, is it stunning to look at. It is shot wonderfully.
This is a little bit of a longer one. It's a half star by Desaivo95. And this is a longer one, but it also has stuff to chew on. Empty, philosophizing, and meandering melodrama. I felt incredibly disconnected and outright put off by the insane dialogue that was just monologues of self-righteousness instead of any kind of meaningful give between two self-righteous characters. There's no way either would concede to listen for so long. The human soul is too proud to allow conduit by soliloquy. I can't pronounce this shit. I really didn't like this. It felt so much like an unpolished reality TV confessional beating me over the head with the hammer of nuclear family philosophy instead of an artwork with something to say about real relationships.
I've heard a lot of critiques about Bergman, but not once have I ever heard the word unpolished thrown his way. What a fucking freakish critique. Igmar Bergman is like a psychotic perfectionist. His films are fucking gorgeous and amazing. And the screenplay is so detailed and like wraps into itself so many times. And I don't understand how he says this has nothing to offer on real relationships. I guess fuck me, I guess, because I think this has a lot to offer
Yeah.
because I relate to it. But I guess my feelings don't matter. This guy, he knows knows about all relationships because
True.
he is the master of relationships and he is the smartest man in the room. So I changed my mind, I guess. I don't relate to this film because he said so.
That's true.
Huh.
Yeah.
This guy definitely feels like if the film doesn't personally relate to me, then it's a horrible film. He
He
cannot.
sounds like
He's unwilling to put himself in other people's shoes whatsoever. Holy.
he sounds like he's a really guy who thinks he's smart and is also a contrarian and wants to call like one of the greatest films ever made by a master director bad,
He's like, I have to have a different opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this guy. We should kill him.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
okay.
All right, this is a very intelligent one, and this one is coming from Tiag Guy or something like that, and they gave it a half star, and they said, "Shut up, you stupid little bitch."
That's it.
That's it. That's the whole review. So, did I just have a question? Did like the mother write this review, or like
That's
I,
like Charlotte.
does she have a
Yeah.
letterbox account?
Oh
Or
my god, dude. Okay, okay.
Also,
Picture what?
sorry, but I just looked at the person that I just said like my previous review, and his favorite movie is Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring, 2001.
What a virgin.
dude, the Lord of the Rings is not bad.
Okay, what about his second favorite is Beauty and the Beast. Okay.
His taste isn't bad. Just
No.
on this one single movie, he should be executed by firing squad
Lord of the
in
Rings.
Minecraft.
God,
Oh.
okay, fine. He gave Wicked for Good a 4-star. There's his
Okay, now
bad
we're
taste.
killing him.
There.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Fucking- Put the fucking SpongeBob fucking
Stinks
yeah, fucking do it right now, please. Okay. I guess I'll go. Dutch, mine's also really short like yours. This one's just by a person named Hi, the 2 stars, and they said, "That is it. I'm castrating myself and I'm never having children."
What?
I guess they learned a lesson from this film, so I guess that's something.
Right?
But I don't think you're supposed to relate to the mother. Like, I guess you could, but I don't think the lesson of this is I'll be such a bad parent that I'll castrate myself, so I should never have
Yeah.
children.
Like, I guess safe sex, kids,
Yeah.
safe sex.
Yeah, bro. I'm surprised. I said this earlier. I don't know if I got cut off, but I was so ready for either of you to be like, "This is boring." I was so ready for that counter argument, bro. You guys escaped a genocide from me, bro. I was so ready to nuke you guys.
I don't. I'm surprised you thought slow cinema was such a thing with us. So
It's
yeah.
because almost every normie person can't stand it and
Was
falls
that
asleep.
actually considered like slow cinema?
I would consider it a slower film for sure. Yeah, and Bergman is like he's like pretty close to Tarkovsky, and pacing, but Tarkovsky's definitely quite a bit slower.
Because like that felt like it had similar pacing to like 12 Angry Men. Like that, the pacing felt like
Okay,
similar.
I'll
Yeah.
offer you an example since you guys don't really think this is slow cinema. That just means you guys like slow cinema. You were so immersed and so gripped that you guys enjoyed it. But that piano scene is like 10 minutes long of almost just music.
That did
Like,
not feel like
yeah,
10 minutes at all.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
You could
It's
have
literally
literally said 4 minutes, and I would have probably believed you.
it's like a 13th of the film,
What the
like
fuck?
from the very beginning to the end, and it's almost all music and just staring. Like it's an extremely long scene, but it feels like 5 seconds because it's just so good. Like Ingrid Bergman plays like the whole song, and also Liv Ullmann plays a whole song, and and they talk in between, and they talk before and after, and
That did
all
not
that
feel
adds up to being like
No,
10 minutes
that's
long.
crazy.
Yeah.
This isn't me playing a character here. That's actually on my mind.
No,
Is
that's
blown.
this makes me happy because this means you guys will be there's a chance you guys love Stalker, you know? Like if you
Yeah.
guys would have rejected the pacing of this, you would have absolutely rejected the pacing of Stalker. So
Mhm.
I'm delighted.
Okay, I've got one more here.
All right.
It's a 1 star by Raj Films, and like the review is just it's 0 for 2 with this director. All dialogues, which I sometimes don't mind, but they literally were just talking about what happened without showing anything. Snooze fest. And this person's second favorite film is Project Hail Mary 2026.
Okay, so they're the recency bias master. I see.
Their favorite is
It
The
can't,
Pianist. I don't know what The Pianist is.
Oh, god damn it! But that's actually
that is
good.
a good film, yeah.
So, but
Fuck.
Project Hail Mary getting in the top 2 within literally like a couple weeks.
A week. Been
Yeah.
out for a week. Came out the 20th. Yeah, a week and 3 days. Yeah,
Jesus,
man. What the fuck did they say? Reread it. I had
bro.
something I was gonna say.
0 for 2 with this director. All dialogues, which I sometimes don't mind, but they literally were just talking about what happened without showing anything.
Okay, I remember. I disagree with this because even showing could be in the dialogue. Like something could be spoken and that can be showing. Because again, Liv Ullmann told her mother that she didn't like when she calls her darling when she's upset, and then we were showed that she does that. You know, even if it was through dialogue. So I totally disagree. This screenplay reinforces itself through showing and telling over and over again. So I think no offense to that person, but they were not locked in. Okay, you can't have TikTok on your on your phone while you're watching this. You got to lock in.
Okay, hold on. This might make me sound like an idiot, but is Barry Lyndon, is that a
Is that what?
is that a Bergman?
That's Kubrick.
Kubrick?
Kubrick. Sorry, I was trying to look for the other one, see what the other one was, but I can't
He's
find
another
it.
master. Kubrick. He's
Yeah,
he's
he hated
considered
that.
fantastic.
He hated
Yeah,
Barry
him and
Lyndon.
Tarkovsky were kind of ops on like Solaris in 2001.
Yeah, this guy actually he has too many things. I can't find with the other one. But because he said 0 for 2 with this director, I was trying to find the other Bergman.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. He probably watched like Seventh Seal or Persona or something. One of his classics.
Mm.
I've seen like 15 Bergmans. They've all been pretty great.
That was my first one, and I gave it a 10 out of 10. So a great start.
All right. Well, I'm good. This is a shorter episode, but that's great. We all fucking loved it. So,
Yeah. All right.
we ready for rec?
It's time for Blake's Rec,
Are you
baby.
guys ready? Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Drum
Get
roll, please.
Fucking hyped, right?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh
Let's
my God!
Drum roll,
Every episode.
please. Drum roll, please. Thank you.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I've been telling Dutch to watch this movie since fucking October, and he
Oh,
still
God.
hasn't watched it.
I know. What it is.
So we are watching The Iron Claw.
Yep.
The Iron
We're gonna be
Claw.
watching The Iron Claw. Okay.
Sick.
2023 Sean Durkin.
Yes, sir. Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, all those other people. Yeah, we're gonna watch that.
Okay.
Sick.
This
All
film is
right.
already in my watch list, so you must have told me to as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
in my watch
Well,
list.
yeah. But here's the thing. I'm like, Dutch, you should watch this really good movie. It's like my number one. And he goes, okay. He orders it like the next week, and he goes, I'm gonna watch it. The next week after, he goes, hey Blake, I'm gonna go watch that. The week after that, he goes, Blake, I swear to God, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna let you know the next day.
Well, I honestly
It's
waited because I
6
figured you were
months.
gonna recommend it on the pod. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn, in October? Phew-wee.
I did,
This was.
dude.
This was
Even on my birthday, I was like, Dutch, please.
It wasn't.
Please.
It wasn't October. He's exaggerating. But no,
No, this movie's
yeah,
been
you
out for 3
are.
fucking
I can
years.
find the
Stop.
message. I
You-
can find the message.
Are you able to see when you put
I haven't
something in your
told
watch
you.
list?
More important,
I don't know.
dude. I have told you all that stuff in person.
All right, good shit, man. I'm
Yep.
excited to watch it.
Another good episode. Another good
Yep.
episode. If you're
Yep.
following along with us, the movie for next episode is The Iron Claw, 2023, directed by Sean Durkin, and it has a 4.1 on Letterboxd.
Yes, sir. Sounds
Is,
fun.
is that like in your top 10? Or...
It's
Oh, that's number 3. Okay.
number 3.
Hell yeah, top 4.
Is that the first top 4 film to get?
I think so. I haven't recommended any of mine yet.
I
I
haven't
can't
either.
wait for you guys to fucking hate this movie and rip me to shreds.
All
Well, you
right.
guys liked Autumn Sonata, so my kindness scale is pretty high right now. So.
Mhm.
Oh, Blake, this movie was just ass. I thought it.
Okay.
I just wanted you to know. You did a really good job picking it, but it just sucked. You
That was
Okay.
basically my last 2 reviews, unfortunately.
All right, that's episode 5 in the books. We are now over halfway to episode 10,
Yep,
which is kind of crazy. I feel like we just started this.
I know, but it's been fun as fuck.
Oh, yep. Yes, sir.
Word.
All
Thank
right,
you to those who have stuck around. We've been getting some nice little views on this. I'm surprised. I'm glad people like to listen to us talk about movies. So we love you.
Yes. All right. Can we keep our Discord profiles the same for more than 2 weeks? Find out on the next episode of the
Tommy, you need to change. You need to change yours. All right, me
What
and
do I-
Dutch, we got a thing going on. You gotta change yours.
Now I gotta. Mine's definitely gonna be Terrence Fletcher. 100%. The yelling one, the same as my letterbox profile.
Mine's Mr. Bergman himself.
I gotta.
Mine is Clint Eastwood.
Just the Terrence Fletcher screaming as my letterbox profile is so funny. All right, well, as always, if you enjoyed this content, then hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. And with that, I hope you have an amazing start to your work week.
And the music's playing.
Thanks for watching. Bye.